A notorious and nightmarish haunted house in Tennessee has caught the attention of the state's attorney general after being featured in a Hulu documentary. Monster Inside, America's Most Extreme Haunted House centers on McKamey Manor, a torture tour about 70 miles outside of Nashville. It merges documentary storytelling with the visual and cinematic language of a horror film and follows 3 participants to explore why people make themselves vulnerable to harm, according to Hulu's synopsis. The film, which hit the streamer on October 12th, was in Hulu's newly launched Top 15 each day for the first week following its release. It's also caught the attention of state's attorney general, which is something director Andrew Renzi tells THR he didn't see coming. It definitely came as a shock that there was actually law enforcement taking notice, Renzi says, adding that he knows people who felt victimized by the experience have long wanted to see this happen, but have never had the resources or the outlets to get anyone's attention. Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti on Tuesday announced that his office is looking into McKamey Manor. "Happy Halloween," he wrote on X. Today at Ag, Tennessee sent a letter to the McKamey Manor raising serious concerns about its business practices and operating its extreme haunted attraction. This office continues to prioritize the safety and well-being of all Tennesseans. The McKamey Manor account replied, "Haters gonna hate." The Tennessean on Thursday reported on the probe and posted the letter from Assistant Attorney General Christine Knowles to Russ McKamey. "It is our understanding that you own McKamey Manor and relocated from California to Summertown, Tennessee in 2017 following your San Diego operation being shut down due to public outcry," Knowles writes. A 2019 promotional video from McKamey Manor's YouTube page depicts some of the horrors visitors are subjected to, which includes getting dragged via heavy chains or locked into confined spaces while water pours in. Knowles explains that their office has concerns and will be sending him a formal request for documents and information to determine whether McKamey Manor's practices violate consumer protection laws. McKamey Manor either does not offer or honor a means for a participant to stop the tour, she cites as one concern. In Hulu's 2023 documentary about McKamey Manor, you are quoted as saying, "We're known for no quitting and no safe wording." She continues, "Participants do not have access to the lengthy waiver that describes the risks involved with a tour before signing up, traveling long distances to Tennessee, or even before the tour begins." Former participants described the adrenaline and pressure they felt when reviewing the waiver at the start of the tour. One interviewee from the Hulu documentary stated, "I had too much excitement going through my veins at the time. If the waiver would have said that a man is going to come out of the woods and murder you during this event, I would have signed it." The last specific concern mentioned is about the alleged prize awarded to a theoretical survivor. The supposed $20,000 prize offered to anyone who completes the McKamey Manor challenge does not exist and/or is impossible to win, Knowles writes. When a journalist from the Nashville scene asked you if anyone has won the challenge, you responded by saying, "Of course not, and they never will, because it's so mentally and physically challenging. But it will be the most exciting thing you've ever done." This afternoon, Renzi reacted to the news and told THR where the idea for the project came from and how its storytelling approach may have helped catch the state's attention. "What was the inspiration for Monster Inside? How did you first hear about McKamey Manor?" "I found my way to this project in a really atypical way for me. It's almost always the story I find first, but this time I had been thinking quite a bit about the absence of the horror genre within the doc world. It's pretty much a white space and a genre that doesn't exist in nonfiction, and I thought that it would be a really fulfilling challenge as a director to try and find a story that could be a bit of a new thing, a true genre film that happens to be entirely real. I was getting a little frustrated, or maybe just jealous, by how loud, successful, and artful the fiction genre films were becoming while the doc space seemed to be too preoccupied by true crime. The impact of those true crime docs was starting to wane for me because there's just so many and we're maybe becoming a bit desensitized to the actual crime of it all because of how consistently they are packaged and delivered to viewers."